Activity 5, Investigation of a Quadratic Function. This activity is part of Unit 3, Quadratic Relations of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. In this lesson, we're going to complete a table of values, and we're also going to graph a number of quadratic functions. Let's start off with our first example. Our first example is the quadratic function represented by y equals x squared minus 9. Notice that this is a quadratic function that is a difference in squares. We are going to use x values that fall between minus 3 and positive 3 to complete our table of values. Here's our table. In the first column, we'll record our x values. In the second column, we'll figure out what our y value is. And in our third column, we will identify the x and y coordinates of each of these points. Let's look at x equals negative 3. So when x equals negative 3, y equals, in brackets, negative 3 squared minus 9. 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. That means that the coordinate at this point is negative 3, 0. Let's look at the next one. X equals negative 2. When x equals negative 2, y equals negative 2 squared minus 9. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. 4 minus 9 is equal to negative 5. This means that the coordinate for this point is negative 2, negative 5. Now let's calculate y when x is equal to negative 1. X equals, in brackets, negative 1 squared minus 9. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. 1 minus 9 is equal to negative 8. So our coordinates for this point is negative 1, negative 8. For x equals 0, y equals 0 squared minus 9. So our y equals minus 9. Our coordinates for this point are 0, comma, negative 9. When x is equal to 1, y equals 1 squared minus 9. 1 minus 9 is negative 8. So when x is equal to 1, y is negative 8. So here's our coordinate, y comma negative 8. When x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2 squared minus 9, which is equal to 4 minus 9. 4 minus 9 is negative 5. So here, our coordinates will be 2, comma, negative 5. Finally, when x is equal to 3, y equals 3 squared minus 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. So our coordinate for this point will be 3, comma, 0. Let's take these values and our quadratic expression and create a graph using Jomber's Sketchpad.